As a police officer in Woodbury, we are prepared for just about any scenario that we might encounter on the street. But we couldn't be ready if it weren't for the many important tools we use for the job. Every day we show up ready to serve the public in Woodbury, and that starts with getting ourselves geared up. Officers wear their Class B uniforms on the street. These are the most informal of our uniforms. They allow us the best range of motion, giving us the ability to run, stand, or sit comfortably during the whole day. The uniform identifies each officer, giving the community the opportunity to identify the men and women serving them. Next, our officer must prepare their duty belt. The items on this belt contain the main tools we use day in and day out. Underneath the duty belt, the officers wear a standard belt used to hold our pants in place. Duty belts are velcroed to the inner belt to provide extra stability. Each belt sits at the waist of the officer and securely tightens to hold all of the items safely and close to the officer's reach. Probably the most important tool we carry is our radio. Each one is programmed on a frequency that we use to connect with fellow officers and receive information from the Washington County Dispatcher. In the event of a high-stakes scenario, we have a special frequency that is not accessible by the general public. Officers can wear earpieces as well. They wear the earpieces so that they don't give away their location and that they don't distract their coworkers. Each officer carries a microphone with them at all times. Microphones are critical to collect evidence during a stop. When an officer's dash camera is activated, their microphone turns on as well. This footage and audio combined can be used if a complaint is filed against an officer. We can also use it for training purposes. A pair of latex gloves are used so we don't contaminate evidence. For our paramedic police officers, these are crucial to prevent the spread of disease. Of course, each cop has a pair of handcuffs. We use these to restrain suspects during legal searches or arrests. They tighten around the wrist to prevent suspects from hurting us or the general public. More often than not, we restrain a suspect behind their back. We do this to keep them safe and us safe while we transport them to the rear of our squad car. Unfortunately, being a police officer can be a dangerous job. That means that sometimes it's important that we play on defense too. Woodbury police wear bulletproof vests to reduce the chance of injury from gunfire. Made with Kevlar panels, these vests are customized to fit each officer. The panels are placed in carriers that can be worn under the uniform shirt. When a bullet hits the material, it cushions the blow and prevents the bullet from penetrating the skin. These jackets are a significant part of our uniform and usually weigh about 5 to 7 pounds. Officers are equipped with pepper spray and tasers. Although these items are rarely used, they are vital to us when dealing with a violent suspect. We also carry our service pistols. All officers in Woodbury carry a Glock handgun. These weapons are accurate and easy to maintain. And speaking of maintenance, Woodbury police are required to keep their service pistol in good working order by periodically cleaning and checking the gun. Each officer carries his or her own holster, all of which lock the weapon securely at their waist. All in all, these items add an additional 20 pounds to the officer. That means that our cops need to be nimble, fast, and fit while they're on duty. Finally, the Woodbury police carry their most important and lightest tool of all with them all the time, their training. In order to even be considered for the job, the department requires applicants to complete a degree in law enforcement. They must complete our Rigorous Skills Academy, which teaches officers how to deal with regular encounters with Woodbury citizens. New team members spend 3 months with veteran officers on the street learning the ropes and then must complete 1 year of probation with a good record. Then, throughout that officer's career, they must participate in various training sessions throughout the year. These courses hone the officer's ability and teach new skills for our ranks to use on the street. At the end of the day, with the tools, knowledge, and skills given to us by our department, we believe we have one of the best trained departments in the Twin Cities.